What happens when the biggest pop star in the world marries one of football's most recognizable stars? You get a wedding so massive it reportedly shut down streets, drew celebrity guests from every corner of entertainment and sports, and instantly became more than a wedding. It became a full-blown cultural event. And the wildest part? For all the scale, all the headlines, and all the spectacle, some of the most talked about details were actually the personal ones. So today, we're breaking down everything we know about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding, from the relationship timeline and engagement to the venue, the guests, the reported cost, and why this moment hit so differently from your average celebrity wedding. If you've been anywhere near social media, entertainment news, or honestly, just the internet in general, then you already know this wasn't just another celebrity story. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce became one of those rare couples who crossed every audience line. Pop music fans were invested, NFL fans were invested, casual celebrity watchers were invested. Even people who normally don't care about weddings wanted to know what this one looked like, who was there, what she wore, and how big the whole thing really was. And that's because this relationship was never just about fame. It had a built-in story arc people could actually follow in real time. It had the first move, the public reveal, the viral moments, the sports crossover, the concert crossover, the engagement, and now the wedding. So to really understand why this wedding exploded the way it did, we have to go back to the beginning. Relationship timeline. The origin story is already pop culture legend at this point. Back in July 2023, Travis Kelce revealed that he had tried to give Taylor Swift a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it. That detail alone was instantly memorable, because it felt weirdly perfect for the moment, playful, specific, and somehow both ordinary and iconic at the same time. Then in September 2023, Taylor attended one of Kelce's games, and from that point on, the public fascination took off. The relationship moved from rumor to real-world visibility very fast. By October 2023, they were seen holding hands in New York after a surprise Saturday Night Live appearance, which became one of the first major public couple moments people really latched onto. From there, the relationship kept building through visible support on both sides. Kelce attended Taylor's Eras tour in Argentina in November 2023. Taylor supported Kelce at the 2024 Super Bowl. Then came more public milestones. Going Instagram official in June 2024, Kelce appearing on stage during the Eras tour in London, Taylor giving him a shout-out at the MTV Video Music Awards, and the pair making an official red carpet debut in June 2025. And that's a huge reason this wedding felt so different. Fans didn't just hear about the relationship after the fact. They experienced the milestones almost like episodes. Engagement breakdown. Then came the engagement. According to People, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced their engagement on August 26, 2025, through a joint Instagram post. The reported images showed Kelce proposing in a floral-filled garden, getting down on one knee, with a floral arch behind them. The caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," felt playful, self-aware, and very internet-friendly, which is exactly why it took off so hard. There was also a lot of attention on the ring. People reported that the ring featured an old mine brilliant cut and was designed by Kelce with Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry. And honestly, the engagement told you a lot about what the wedding would become. Because even at that stage, the relationship had this dual identity that made it fascinating. On one side, it was huge, polished, and culturally dominant. On the other side, it kept presenting itself with these smaller, human details. A bracelet, a lyric change, a surprise appearance, a playful caption, a floral proposal. That balance is what made people believe the wedding could be both glamorous and personal at the same time. And based on the reporting, that's exactly how it played out. The venue and scale. Now let's talk about the wedding itself, because this is where the story goes from big to absolutely massive. According to Forbes, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were married at Madison Square Garden in New York City, in a wedding event that reportedly hosted around 1,000 guests and led to street closures near the venue. Portions of West 33rd Street and 7th Avenue were reportedly affected, with crowds gathering nearby hoping to catch a glimpse of the newlyweds or their celebrity guests. Just think about that for a second. Madison Square Garden is not just a venue. It's a symbol, it's sports, it's music, it's entertainment history. So, for a couple who essentially represent a pop culture merger of music superstardom and football celebrity, it's almost too on-brand. And that venue choice says a lot. This wasn't framed like a tucked-away celebrity ceremony designed to disappear. It was large-scale. Ceremony details and personal touches. Some of the most memorable reported details weren't even about size. They were about personality. Forbes reported that the wedding did not include traditional bridesmaids or groomsmen. Instead, Taylor's brother Austin served as her man of honor, while Travis's brother Jason served as his best man. Adam Sandler reportedly officiated the ceremony. That's one of those details that immediately becomes headline gold because it feels both surprising and weirdly believable. No traditional wedding party? That already makes the ceremony feel more specific to them. Their brothers taking on central roles? That adds family intimacy. Adam Sandler officiating? That injects a dose of unexpected personality and gives the whole event something unforgettable. Forbes also reported that Kelce wore a white tuxedo and Swift wore a white wedding dress with a long, veiled train, though public photos of the dress had not been released at the time of reporting. The outlet further noted that the dress and suit were reportedly designed by Dior creative director Jonathan Anderson, and that limited image factor is important too. In an era where everything is instantly overexposed, mystery actually adds power. The less the public sees immediately, the more the event expands in people's imagination. That's part of why this wedding has such a mythic quality already. It was visible enough to dominate the news cycle, but not fully visible in a way that kills curiosity. Guests and star power. Then, of course, there's the guest list. Forbes reported that multiple celebrity guests were spotted around the event, including names from film, television, music, and sports. The outlet mentioned actors like Hugh Grant, Ethan Hawke, and Jason Sudeikis, musician Benson Boone, former soccer player Abby Wambach, NFL player Cooper Kupp, and broadcaster Joe Buck. It also reported that people seen en route to rehearsal events or in New York ahead of the wedding included Selena Gomez, Gigi Hadid, Jack Antonoff, Bradley Cooper, Sabrina Carpenter, Ed Sheeran, Dua Lipa, Camila Cabello, Aaron Dessner, and several NFL figures. And again, this is why the event felt less like a wedding update and more like a full pop culture summit. Taylor Swift alone connects music, celebrity, fashion, and fan culture at an extreme level. Travis Kelce brings in the NFL, sports media, and a different kind of mainstream visibility. Put those two worlds together, and suddenly the guest list becomes a map of modern fame itself. That's what elevated this beyond tabloid curiosity. It became a snapshot of how entertainment, sports, and internet culture all blend together now. The reported cost and bigger spectacle. Now let's talk money, because no celebrity wedding breakdown feels complete without the number everyone fixates on. Forbes estimated the wedding cost at least $20 million, and also reported that traffic enforcement and police presence associated with the event may have cost up to $10 million, though that portion involved broader city logistics and reporting around public impact. Those are eye-catching numbers, obviously. But beyond pure shock value, they tell you something important about how this wedding was perceived. It wasn't just a private life event between two celebrities. It was treated like a city-level happening. And that's really the best way to understand the entire thing. This wedding sat at the intersection of romance, branding, fandom, media, sports, luxury, and spectacle. It had the structure of a wedding, but the impact of a cultural launch event. That's why everybody wanted a breakdown, because people weren't just curious about who got married. They were curious about what this wedding represented, why this wedding hit so hard. So why did this particular wedding land with so much force? Because the relationship had a narrative people actually enjoyed following. It started with a bracelet and a missed connection. It turned into football box suites, stadium appearances, lyric changes, award show mentions, Instagram moments, and a public engagement that felt polished without losing charm. And when the wedding finally happened, the reported details kept reinforcing that same appeal. Huge but intimate, glamorous but playful, headline-making but still built around recognizable human touches. That's rare. A lot of celebrity weddings feel distant. This one felt like a spectacle, yes, but also like the final chapter of a story people had been emotionally tracking for years. And that's the full breakdown of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding. The timeline, the venue, the celebrity guest list, the reported cost, and why this became one of the most talked about weddings in recent memory. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe. We break down celebrity news like this every week. And let me know in the comments, what surprised you most about this wedding? Drop your answer below. I read everyone.